Hi everybody, it's Building aka Oki, and I'm standing in my guild hall. In case people aren't aware, I started a thread under Norathian Home Show called Helpful Tips, and the very first entry that I put in there was guild hall amenities permissions. There are some guild hall amenities that are not automatically set to visitor access that I feel should be open to all. Some of them are the portal to member housing, localized expanded guild hall, teleportation network, aka the teleporter pads, um, commodities exporter, and the fuel merchant. Giving the access allows people to use them. There are many guild leaders and decorators that do not know that amenity permissions can even be changed. If you can set the access on an amenity, there will be two fields that will display on the right hand side just below the amenities list. If you actually click on the name of the amenity in the amenities tab. Um, if you are hired to decorate a guild hall, you might want to talk to the guild leader to find out if some of these permissions should be changed. Some guilds that raid allow others to some guilds that allow other people to join in the raid. If they have the guild strategist amenity set to visitor access, then someone outside the guild can go to a place flag. They can't actually grab a flag from the NPC, but they can actually travel to it, which is very helpful. If you've been in a couple of guilds that have needed the guild strategist to be set to visitor for this reason. If you've also been in guilds that role play and don't want visitors to be able to use the teleporters so they can block off everything besides the entryways, um, unless there are specific role play events happening. So it's always a good idea to ask before just setting like the teleportation network stuff. Okay, so how do you set the permissions? So if you click on the door, you can click access and it brings up that housing window, or you can just do /house and it'll bring up this menu as well. So if you have access to like trustee access to a guild hall, you'll be able to click on the amenities tab, and then you can scroll down and look for um the amenity that you're looking at. So the commodities exporter hireling. This NPC lets you sell your junk loot. Notice there's two um, tabs or two fields that pop up when you click on it. So I have mine set to visitor. So it's just a drop down, kind of like if you're setting access to a house. Um, so you can pick which access level and then you just click set access. So it's not going to hurt anything for people to have access to that. It's always a good idea that they should be able to sell their junk. So that one you really don't really have to ask about, but the other ones you might. So I have the expanded one. If you don't have the expanded version of the Guildhall Teleporter, it'll be local. I think localized, local. Let me look. Um, localized. So I have mine set to visitor access so people can get it around. I should actually probably set it to none right now. Just because I have a couple places where you can drown. So I haven't had a video done in my guild hall yet because it's not done, but I was gonna wait until after um a video is done warning people. There is a big huge book, by the way, right here that explains that you can drown. Um but yeah, I have a couple rooms to finish before that gets done. So but notice again the two fields are present. So that one you definitely have to ask, especially if you know the guild is a roleplay guild. So the fuel merchant hireling, I set it to visitor access because if you have crafters in your guild and they have customers that come to their guild hall, some of them aren't prepared with fuels and such, and they're some of them don't trust that you're going to charge them the exact amount that the fuel costs. So they actually want to buy the fuel and give it to you in a commission, or hand it, or, trade it to you if it's something that can't be commissioned because you're like mass producing, 100 tiles for them or something. So it's always a good idea to set it to visitor. That way, if they're there, they forgot something, they can buy the fuel and hand it to you or put it in the commission. Okay, the last one was uh, the portal to member housing. This is really important. I have been on all the servers with this building tune and stuck with no guild. Uh, I think almost all of them have a guild now, but um, I go to the other people's guild halls and I want to be able to go to my house or someone else's house. There are other people, that need to use it. Like they come get something crafted in your guild hall, then they want to go to their house. It's always a good idea to set this thing to, it's called Portal to housing. Set that to visitor access. It's not going to hurt anything. There's no role play reason why people can't. If you have that item in your guild hall, there's no reason to allow everyone to use it. So it's great for us that do videos. We're doing a video of your guild hall, and we want to go to a house next or something on our tour list. So please, please, please set your access to visitor. Okay, you can do it on a bunch of other ones, but those are the 4 that I think are really important that would help out a lot of people if you set them to visitor. I don't know if you know this, but like the banker, the broker, they are automatically set to visitor access. I think the bell as well is set to allow anyone to use that one. So just go through your list, see which ones you should give visitor access to or friend access to or whatever. But anyway, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video.